Hey everyone, welcome to our channel, Relatively Refined. My name is Kathleen. Today's video is a good old-fashioned thrift haul and a look at how I use what I purchased at the thrift stores throughout my house this spring. So without further ado, we're going to get right into it. I'm going to start with a couple of pieces of clothing that I got that I absolutely love. The first item is this, getting ready, thinking about spring and summer, is this very sweet little blouse. It has kind of the little sleeves, little puffy sleeves. It's very thin. It has, I'm going to hold the, kind of that polka dotted look to it. But I thought for spring and summer it would be really nice. And it has the kind of the cinching at the bottom. So I did pick that up for $3.99 at the Goodwill. I also picked up a pair of Levi jeans that I'm actually currently wearing. So I will insert some pictures of the jeans and paired with the top that I just showed you. I will also show you the picture of the jeans paired with this blazer that I picked up just the other day, also at the Goodwill. So it's a pinstripe. It's the blue and white pinstripe, short sort of summer blazer. It's a J. Crew. It's in perfect condition, and it was marked $10, but it was the orange was the color of the week, so that it was only $5. I have a similar one, but the one that I have, the sleeves are a little bit short, so this one actually just fits a whole lot better. And you'll see in the picture that this blazer on, and they happen to everything, the jeans, the blazer, and the shirt absolutely fit perfectly. So I got lucky on that because I didn't try anything on. I also got at the Goodwill this little vessel or planter. It's like a, I don't know, ceramic. It looks like concrete. It does have some wording on it. It says Bel Jardin depuis 1864. I was thinking I might spray it, but I don't mind it. And I'm going to use this as I try a new centerpiece for Easter this year. And I will share it. I will put that on, how it, and you can see how it came out. So, and then once Easter's over, I will, disassemble that. And this would be great for just plants, or I was thinking even some herbs. It's got these cute little rope handles. And I believe this one was $2.99. So I was looking for something kind of rustic looking, and I liked the look of that. So for $2.99, I got that. And I was also particularly looking for something to try out this centerpiece that I've never done before. So I picked that up at the Goodwill. Nothing big here, it's $1, but it was, it's just some purpley pink ribbon. And for Easter, I thought I don't have any, so that was perfect rather than having to buy some of that. That's what's nice about the Goodwill sometimes, is you go in looking for practical items and you can usually find them. So ribbons and things like that are nice to buy because they're so much cheaper than buying them new. Another sort of decor piece that I got, and you will see them how I styled them in my laundry room. There are these 3 pictures, black and white pictures. So this one says dry, and it's got the picture of the clothespins on it. And they're kind of deep, they're dirty, dusty, set back. I don't see, they were a set of 3 for $2.99. They've never been hung because the piece covering the little hanger is still on there. So they're in very, very good shape. So there's the dry, there's the fold, with the little laundry basket with folded clothes in it. And there's the wash with the washing machine. So I haven't put anything up in my laundry room in a long time, and I thought, I'm gonna swap out a picture that's in there and hang these 3, laundry room appropriate pictures and see how they look. I'll live with those for a while. And for, like I said, $2.99. If I get sick of them in a year or so, I'm not out a whole lot of money. So I did pick up those at the Goodwill. Let's see what else I picked up. I picked up these two pieces. They're really quite pretty. So this is a vase, and I think it's perfect for tulips because the opening isn't that wide. So one of those bouquets of tulips that you find in the grocery store fit beautifully in this. And it's really pretty. It's got a little bit of an etched design on it. And this, believe it or not, was $1. So I couldn't pass that up. There's no markings on it. I don't think it's anything fancy, but I really kind of liked the shape and I liked the size of the opening for tulips. And on that same vein, this was also $1. I don't know why these were marked so cheaply, was this beautiful pitcher. And again, it has the same sort of etching to it. So they must have been a set at some point. There's no chips or anything. It's very thin glass. So I'm surprised that it didn't get, broken or a piece chipped out of it. But I really liked it. At first I thought, well, it would be good for flowers, but I actually think it would be really nice for like at an Easter brunch to put orange juice in it, or tomato juice for Bloody Marys, or whatever it is you're having. It's quite elegant, and for a special occasion or a holiday like Easter, it will look really beautiful on the table. And I like that it was clear glass. I have other pitchers that are ceramic or pottery, and they're beautiful, but you can't see through them, so you don't always know what's in there. So I just thought that was really nice. Or even just water, even just as a water pitcher with lemon or something. It's quite big, so it will hold quite a bit of liquid. So each of those was $1, which I think was a huge steal. Let's see. At the little thrift store by where I work, I stopped in and I got this tiny little ceramic basket. And I just thought it was so cute. It's a tiny little decoration. And I tend to put little tiny things on my windowsills. And so I don't have anything really for Easter up yet. So I thought this would be really cute. And I'll put some Easter grass in there and a chocolate or a little, chicken. I have some little like pom-pom chickens or something that might look really cute. It does say on the bottom 1088. Looks like it's BAM, BAM. It must be somebody did this back in 1988. So it's just very, very sweet. It's got a little woven, look really close at it, and the little handle. Again, tiny. I almost wish they had a bigger one too, because I really like the look of it. So I think this was also $1. So I picked that up. I also picked up for 50 cents there this sweet little Easter basket with the ribbon woven in it. And, obviously my kids are grown and they do have Easter baskets, but they're looking, they've had my daughter's 30, so she's had that same basket for 30 years and my son for 27. So they're getting a little bit worn. And I thought, what, this year I'm going to just fill one, and they'll share it. But I thought this was kind of a cute one, and it's little, so it's not going to take up a whole lot of space. And it's in perfect condition. The handle's structurally sound, and there's no unraveling like in their baskets just because they've had them for so long. So for 50 cents, I thought I picked it up. But if I don't fill it with candy and goodies, it could even be a very cute centerpiece with some grass in it and either candy, or I have a ceramic that looks like a chocolate bunny. It's big, that I picked up at the Goodwill last year that might look cute sitting in it. So I did pick up the Easter basket. And the last thing I got at the thrift store, the little charity thrift store, is a set of 4 linen napkins. And I picked them up because of St. Patrick's Day, and I will use them for St. Patrick's Day dinner. I don't have anything special for St. Patrick's Day, and I think these were a set of 4 for $2. And they're perfect. I don't think they've ever been used. There's no stains or anything. So I am going to make a new recipe for St. Patrick's Day this year, and I'll insert the picture of what that looks like, and I'm going to set the table using these really pretty green and gold napkins with the design. I actually haven't even opened one up fully. Yeah, so the design goes, all the way across all four edges. So very sweet, and for $2, it's kind of nice to bring out something special for a holiday, for St. Patrick's Day. So those were my pre-loved or my thrift store items. I am going to share with you a couple of items that are not from the thrift store that I'm going to use this in my decor this Easter that were really, I thought, really good deals. So the first thing is the Easter grass. I did get this Easter grass at Aldi's, believe it or not, the grocery store. They have this one aisle that has stuff. And what I liked about this, first of all, I like the orange, and it's paper. It's not that like plasticky Easter grass that gets staticky and you can never pick it up. This is paper. So I was psyched, and it was only, I think it was like 89 cents a bag. So I did pick up a couple of bags of that, and I'll use it to stuff the Easter basket or any other little thing that I'm putting candy or goodies in. And then another Aldi's item was this little garland that has straw carrots and green pom-poms on it. And I don't remember how much this was. I think it might have been $4.99. When I bought it, I thought it had those little twinkle lights with it. It doesn't. It doesn't light up. But I tend to switch out the little garland or whatever you want to call these on my bar cart, and I'm going to switch that one out for Easter and put up the little carrot one because I thought it was so cute. And they're not big, which I also like. The little carrots are maybe 2.5 inches tall, so it's not like a huge one. I did at one time have some carrot garland, but the carrots were so big that it became a little unwieldy. I mean, this would be super cute on a fireplace if you had a fireplace mantle, or anywhere you just decorate, across a doorway, anywhere where you decorate something, and it stores up very easily because, like my sister Patty, I have one small box of Easter decor, and I kind of want to keep it that way. And the final Aldi's, all this was at the Aldi's, the aisle that they have things rather than food. They had some tapered candles for $1.99 for a set of 4, which is about as cheap as you can get. I've seen them actually marked more at the Goodwill. So I got some white, and these are kind of a pink, kind of a muted pink, very pretty. And I did, and I'll show you, take a chance and painted a few of them with my painted, and I painted some little sheep on there, on 2 of them. I've only done 2 of them, and a little fence with the tree. And so I will use these at Easter time because they just are so sweet with the little sheep on there, and they were easy to paint, so that was good. And my final item in this thrift haul was actually free. It was on on the Facebook Marketplace. There's something, we have like a free cycle page that I follow, and I happened to go on it, and on it was this. It's heavy and it's big, so I don't know this little. I don't know. It's from Morocco. It's this I believe it's copper or brass. I'm not actually really sure. Tray with these 4 little legs, and the legs unscrew, and it's really heavy. I'm going to put it down. It's large. Doesn't stand high. It stands maybe 5 inches tall, but it's probably 2 feet in diameter, the circle. And I will insert a picture because I put it out on our screened-in porch. We have a glass table, and I'm not really sure what it's for, but we figured it was, like in Morocco, they might put the food there, and so people, can reach for it or whatever. My husband and I had visited Morocco a long time ago, and we both were like, remember when we ate at that restaurant and they had something like that just in the middle of the table? Almost like a Lazy Susan. It doesn't spin, but you could stick something underneath it. You could stick your dirty dishes underneath it, or If you were done with one plate, stick that under there and take something else on a different plate. But it was super cool and just really interesting. I loved, there's a textured design on here. Um, and the way the legs are, I just thought it was a really unique piece. And again, it was in the free cycle, so I didn't have to pay anything for it. But it just had a very old world look to it. And I like the way it looks on my clear glass coffee table out on the screened-in porch. Um, and I'm going to leave it there, and we'll see if we end up using it.
Okay, so we're down to our last 3 items, and these all came from my local thrift store. And so the first one is just a glass canister. It has a screw on top, and I always buy these when I see them because I use them to store bulk food items. Rice, I have one in rice, popcorn. I think I'm going to use this one for some red lentils, and they're just super handy. And like I said, I think this one was $1.99, so you can't beat that. I also got a set of pillowcases for one of the bedrooms upstairs. That I just needed neutral. I'm going to use them almost as a sham, and these were cute. They say snuggle, all tucked in, cuddle with you, cozy, sleep tight, just very sweet. And I believe they're 50 cents a piece. So they had 2. I washed them up, and I'll show you. I put them on the bedroom upstairs, and they just look good. They're neutral and clean and fresh. And the last item that I got was this really cute little woven African bag with beautiful leather handles. This is a small, I know my daughter uses them all the time and they're huge. This one is actually quite small. You see them sometimes in farmers markets. I'm going to use this more as like a little purse or as a quick, if I'm going to the pool or the beach, just as a small bag to put some stuff in if I'm not going for very long. But I love these. And they're pricey. They're $50, $60 if you buy them new. And this one was, I believe, $7. So I did pick that up. And so that pretty much completes my thrift haul from 3 different thrift stores. But it was fun to get back at it and out there in the thrift stores. So now let's take a peek at how I styled some of the things that I was able to purchase.
So here's a peek at my centerpiece that I tried. I used the vessel, and I also used some thrifted branches that I had gotten and shared at a previous thrift haul, as well as the moss, the Spanish moss. It's kind of evoking spring and Easter all in one with the eggs and the nests, and I think it came out okay. And of course I decorated my bar cart with the little carrots, and I realized after looking at this that I had them on backwards with the string, so I did flip them around so they're going the right way. And for St. Patrick's Day, we had some friends over for coffee and scones, and I was able to use my new linens that I picked up at the thrift store. I realized 2 were napkins and 2 were more like placemats, so I used them to line this basket for our fresh fruit salad. Upstairs in the laundry room, I hung the 3 pictures. It's a slanty ceiling, so I wasn't able to put them all in a row, so I hung the last one down below. And just a quick tip, using double-sided tape on the bottoms of the frames really helps keep them in place. And I did do that on each of those. Here's the pretty vase with some fresh tulips in it. There's nothing like fresh tulips. And next to it is one of the candles I painted for spring. And here's a peek at the 2 pillowcases that I'm using more as covers on the bed. You can see how the grays go really well in that neutral room. I did fill the jar with some red lentils. I never pass up those jars. You can see the one with the rice in it above. And now, because many of you asked, here's a little quick check on the renovation progress of our daughter's home up in northern Vermont.
Still in the deconstructing phase, but down to the last few rooms. Here's the dining room, completely gutted down to the outside sheathing. There is the living room, also completely gutted. And they took on the project room, the last remaining room downstairs with plaster and lath. The only room left to really deconstruct is the kitchen. Here's a view of the mudroom, which was an old shed, completely gutted. It was a major, major project. And now it's getting closer and closer to being put back together. And finally, I'll leave you with a few pieces of very sweet wallpaper that were uncovered along the way. It's fun to see the layers and layers of wallpaper. This one happened to be a favorite of our daughter's. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to visit us at relativelyrefined.com, and please like and subscribe. We appreciate it. Bye for now.